that Israel joined herself to Baalpeor. Where did this joining begin? From sex. There are people even here who are sleeping with Moabites. And what you do not know is you're being joined to Baalpeor. You think what you're doing is physical? Sex is more spiritual than physical. And God asks, what fellowship does light have with the darkness? And what fellowship does God have with the devil? You need to know that certain things like sex are not as innocent as you think. The kingdom of darkness is very intentional. You know, sometimes when you hear these things, you think they're out there. Now let me tell you how it comes to church. The Bible tells me about the sons of Eli. And these sons of Eli had two sins. One, walikuwa natumia pesa ya Mungu kama yao. Pesa za Mungu ni za Mungu, si za pastor, ni za Mungu. Pili, they were involved in sexual sin in the temple. It doesn't matter which language is being preached in that church. Let me tell you a secret. If in the church, particularly the people on the altar, you discover the sexual sin, run for your life. Because where the sexual sin, what will happen next is called Ichabod. The presence of the Lord lives. And when the presence of the Lord lives, the devil is free to come and play football. And some Christians think they are sleeping around. You know, the devil even makes it look nice at sleeping around. You have no clue how serious it is. When sexual sin comes to the church, you know, it's too bad, okay, even for believers to commit sexual sin. But it is more serious for the people on the altar. Because that is what drives God away. Ichabod. There tends to be a connection between the presence of the devil, the altar of the enemy, and sexual sin. Even if the place we are talking about was initially a church like the church of Thyatira, if people are asleep and they allow certain spirits like the spirit of Jezebel to operate, number one, they will be seduced to commit fornication. And that is why I hate sexual sin in church. And I repent for it seriously, even when I hear there's an appearance in the congregation. Because you see, what begins behind there can easily get here. Now let me show you why you run for your life. And I'm saying this knowing I'm a pastor. I understand very well the danger. Every altar that falls bondage to sexual sin, what is expected next is death. I'm not saying again that there will be no death, though tumeongea na spirit of premature death. Si man of God alituambia ni 120 years. Na sioni yule hata anakaribia 100 bado. So we have many years. If Jesus does not come back for us, death can happen. But when you start seeing unexplained